Chosen ones, as this message finds you today, you may feel a quiet tug on your spirit, a gentle pull that you cannot fully explain, as though something beyond the veil is trying to get your attention. And perhaps you clicked on this video because deep within, you sensed that this message was meant for you. We often think that signs come with thunder, lightning, or a dramatic revelation. Yet more often, they arrive softly, through intuition, through strange coincidences, or through an unexpected heaviness in our hearts that won't go away until we acknowledge it. Today's message carries an urgency, not of fear, but of awareness. Heaven is sending a warning, clear, powerful, and meant to shift your perception. This warning concerns someone sacred, someone irreplaceable, your mother. Whether your mother is alive or has passed on, whether your relationship is close, complicated, or distant, the spiritual realm is speaking directly to you about her. And as you listen to this message, you may feel emotions rise, the kind that come from deep recognition. This is heaven trying to guide you, to awaken you, and to prepare you for something important unfolding around the presence of your mother. Before we go any deeper into this message, I want to ask you to stay with this video until the end. There is a moment of alignment built into this message, and if you watch it fully, you will feel it open something within you. And I encourage you to write in the comments your warmest wishes along with the number 66. This small action is a spark, a signal to the universe that you are ready for your wishes to come true, ready to energize the field around you, and ready to send love outward so it can return back to you multiplied. This is not superstition, it is intention. And the intention you place today may become the blessing that circles back to your life in ways you cannot even imagine yet. Chosen one, your destiny awaits. Click the hype button, like this video, subscribe, and walk with us into the light. Chosen ones, heaven is moving around your mother in ways that deserve your attention. There are times when the spiritual realm steps closer to warn, to protect, to redirect, or simply to make you more aware of what you have taken for granted. Many people see their mothers as constants, as though they will always be there, always be strong, always be the same. But that is an illusion born from familiarity. Your mother is a soul on a journey, just like you. She carries burdens you may never know, memories she never shared, wounds she never showed, and silent battles she thought she had to fight alone. Heaven sees the things she hides. Heaven sees the fears she masks behind her smile. Heaven sees the exhaustion she pretends isn't there. And when heaven sends a warning, it does not always mean something tragic is about to happen. It means pay attention, look closer, be present, be aware, be grateful, be connected. Something around your mother is shifting in the spiritual energy, and you are being called to notice it. Some of you have mothers who are aging, mothers who are slowing down, mothers who are quieter than they used to be. Maybe you've noticed they repeat certain things they never used to say. Maybe you've seen them stare off into the distance, lost in thought, holding something heavy in their heart. Maybe you've observed subtle changes, patterns, decisions, emotions that don't quite match their usual behavior. These things may seem small, but heaven nudges you to recognize them. Energy rarely lies. When the realm of light becomes involved, it is because something matters deeply. Others may have mothers who are physically strong but emotionally fragile. Mothers who carry the weight of the entire family on their shoulders. Mothers who look like warriors but cry behind closed doors. Mothers who hold everything together while their own spirit is slowly unraveling from years of giving, sacrificing, worrying, and loving without limits. Heaven is sending this warning because your mother may be reaching a point where she can no longer continue carrying those battles in silence. She may need peace, support, encouragement, or simply acknowledgement. She may need someone to notice that she is tired. Heaven sees the truth she hides from the world, and perhaps even from you. And for some of you, your mother may no longer be physically present in this world. She may have crossed over, but her energy has not left you. In fact, mothers often become even more protective, more active, more spiritually involved from the other side. A mother's love does not dissolve with physical separation. It becomes purer, stronger, clearer. If your mother has passed, heaven may be sending this warning to remind you that her spirit is trying to reach you. She may be trying to guide you away from a choice that would harm you, or toward a path that would heal you. She may be asking you to remember her teachings, her lessons, the moments of love she offered, or even the mistakes she made. Mistakes that hold wisdom now that time has revealed their meaning. If your mother is on the other side, she is closer than you think. And this warning is an invitation to reconnect with her memory, her presence, and her guidance, chosen ones. Heaven is asking you to reflect on the dynamic you share with your mother. Not every relationship is simple. Some are complicated, painful, fractured, or marked by misunderstandings that were never resolved. But a warning from heaven is not only for those with perfect relationships, it is especially for those who carry emotional distance. The spiritual realm understands that not all mothers love perfectly. Because human beings are imperfect, some mothers loved too much and lost themselves. Some loved too little because they never learned how. Some were present physically but absent emotionally. Some were strong but harsh. Some were gentle but weak. Yet behind every form of motherhood is a story, a past, a trauma, a hope, and a soul that heaven cares about. The warning being sent to you now may be an invitation to heal something, forgive something, or acknowledge something before time reshapes the opportunity. Perhaps heaven is warning you that your mother needs you now more than she ever has. She may be going through something she hasn't spoken about. She may be feeling alone even when surrounded by others. She may be struggling with her health, her emotions, her spirit, or her sense of purpose. She may be hiding fear. She may be carrying regret. She may be quietly suffering. And heaven is urging you, see her, truly see her. Don't overlook the signs she tries to hide. There are chosen ones who have prophetic sensitivity, an intuitive ability to detect shifts in energy, especially around the people they are connected to by blood or spirit. If you've been feeling uneasy, restless, or emotionally reactive without understanding why, this may be connected to your mother's energy. Empaths and spiritually sensitive souls often feel the emotional storms of others long before those storms manifest outwardly. If something feels off around your mother, trust that feeling. Heaven uses intuition as one of its strongest forms of communication. You may also have noticed synchronicities tied to your mother lately. Seeing her name unexpectedly, hearing a phrase she always used to say, experiencing dreams where she appears in symbolic or emotional ways, or remembering moments from the past that you haven't thought about in years. These are not random. These are spiritual signals trying to bring your attention to her. Warnings do not always come in a dramatic form. Sometimes they come as memories resurfacing, or small emotional cues you can't explain. Chosen ones, heaven is urging you to pay attention because time is shifting. Moments you thought were guaranteed may not be as long as you assume opportunities to say what you haven't said, to express love you held back, to repair something that was broken. These opportunities are fragile. Heaven does not send urgent warnings unless something is at stake. You are being given a chance now to act before regret enters the picture. Whether your mother is in physical form or spiritual form, heaven is asking you to lean closer, listen deeper, and connect more intentionally. For those whose mothers are alive, heaven may be encouraging you to observe her health more carefully. Perhaps she has been ignoring symptoms, dismissing her discomfort, or pretending she's fine to avoid worrying you. Mothers have a tendency to downplay their struggles, believing that their role is to remain strong for everyone else. But strength without support turns into silent suffering. If heaven is warning you, it may be because something she is ignoring should no longer be ignored. Your intuition might be picking up on something her words are hiding. Watch her energy. Notice her physical movements. Pay attention to her fatigue, her moods, her appetite, her behavior. Not from a place of fear, but from a place of love. Heaven will always alert you when someone important needs care, protection, or attention. And your mother, chosen one, is someone whose well-being echoes into your own spiritual path. Whether you realize it or not, her energy is deeply intertwined with yours. Her battles ripple into your life. Her healing strengthens your journey. Her suffering weighs on your spirit, even if she never speaks it aloud. For those whose mothers are emotionally burdened, heaven is showing you the cracks in her armor. She may be carrying old wounds, unresolved guilt, or grief she never processed. She may be internalizing pain from the past, believing she must endure it alone. But heaven does not want her to carry that weight any longer. And you, chosen one, may be the one meant to help her release what she has held for too long. Sometimes the child becomes the healer. Sometimes the chosen one becomes the guide. Sometimes the roles reverse so that both souls can grow. For those whose mothers have passed, heaven is warning you not about her well-being, but about your connection to her legacy. Her spirit may be urging you to release resentment, to let go of emotional heaviness, or to honor her memory in a new way. Perhaps you have been avoiding grief or pushing down emotions you never allowed yourself to feel. Perhaps you've been carrying a regret about something left unsaid. Heaven is reminding you that your mother's soul is not gone. She is alive in spirit, watching over you, guiding you, protecting you. And she may be warning you because she sees something unfolding in your life that requires her intervention from the other side. Pay attention to dreams. Pay attention to sudden memories. Pay attention to the feeling of her presence around you at unexpected times. These are not coincidences. They are spiritual communication. Chosen ones, you are being asked to look at your mother with new eyes. Whether she was your best friend, your greatest challenge, or a complex mixture of both, her presence has shaped your life. Heaven sends warnings not to create fear, but to inspire connection, to awaken gratitude, to remind you that the people you love are not infinite in their earthly form. You must make the most of the time you have. You must speak words you've been delaying. You must take action while the window is open. There is something heaven wants you to understand. Motherhood is a spiritual contract. Before your soul entered this world, before your first breath, before your name was spoken, you chose your mother. Not by accident, not by chance, but by spiritual alignment. Even if your journey together was difficult, even if pain existed, Even if you never fully understood each other, your souls entered a divine agreement, and that agreement carries lessons, healing, growth, and transformation. Heaven's warning now is tied to that sacred contract. Something is shifting in the spiritual chapter connected to your mother, and you are being asked to participate consciously instead of passively. Perhaps the warning is to forgive. Perhaps it is to reconnect. Perhaps it is to show appreciation. Perhaps it is to protect. Perhaps it is to pay attention to signs of physical or emotional decline. Perhaps it is to cherish her presence before circumstances change. Perhaps it is simply to love her more intentionally, without waiting for a special occasion or dramatic event to prompt you. Heaven never sends a warning without purpose. And the urgency of this message means the time is now, not later, not someday, not when things calm down. Now. Chosen one, think about your mother's voice. Think about her laughter. Think about the advice she gave, the moments she comforted you, the sacrifices she made that you may not have noticed at the time. Think about the times she protected you in ways you never knew until adulthood. Even if she was imperfect, even if she was flawed, even if she made mistakes, she tried. In her own way, with what she had, with the wounds she carried, she tried. And heaven sees her effort even when you do not. But heaven also sees her weaknesses, her fragility, her vulnerabilities, and her needs. And now the warning is being given to you because you are spiritually strong. You are awake. You are sensitive to divine guidance. You are capable of acting with love, awareness, and purpose. You are the one chosen to receive this message because you are the one who will respond to it. Chosen ones, heaven is asking you to reflect deeply. When was the last time you truly checked on your mother? Not casually, not briefly, but sincerely. When was the last time you asked her how she is emotionally, not just physically? When was the last time you told her you love her without rushing? When was the last time you listened to her stories, her worries, her memories, her dreams? She is more than the role she plays. She is a soul who has lived an entire lifetime before you were even born. She has versions of herself you may never discover unless you look closer. Heaven urges you not to overlook the human being inside the role of mother. If your mother is distant or estranged, the warning may be to heal what can be healed, or at least to find peace within yourself. Carrying resentment only binds your spirit to pain. Finding closure or offering forgiveness, whether she receives it or not, frees you. Heaven cares not only about her soul, but about yours. If your mother is aging, heaven may be reminding you that time is shifting faster than you realize. The signs of aging are not just physical, they are spiritual milestones. Each year, Oshuan becomes more precious. Each moment more meaningful. Heaven is urging you to create memories while you still can. If your mother is battling illness, the warning may be to pay attention to her needs, to support her, to encourage her, and to be present. She may be stronger with you by her side. If your mother is emotionally burdened, the warning may be to notice her pain and to help lift it. Even small acts of love can shift her entire spiritual state. And if your mother has passed, the warning may be about your own emotional or spiritual growth. She may be reaching out to guide you away from something harmful or towards something destined. Heaven may be urging you to listen to her love even now. Chosen ones, heaven's urging you to open your heart. The warning is not meant to frighten you, but to realign you, to bring your attention back to someone who shaped your journey from the very beginning, to remind you that love is not infinite in its physical form, and that awareness can prevent regret. This is your moment to reconnect, to reflect, to observe, to appreciate, to heal, to love, to act. Chosen ones, as we move deeper into this message, the spiritual urgency surrounding your mother becomes clearer. Heaven does not speak lightly, and when a warning repeats itself across dreams, intuition, sudden thoughts, or emotional shifts, it means a layer of truth is rising to the surface, one that you may have overlooked, one that now demands your awareness. You may have felt that something about your mother has been changing, even if you couldn't articulate it. Perhaps her tone is softer, or her eyes seem more reflective. Maybe she pauses before she speaks, as if contemplating memories she hasn't shared. Maybe she's been reminiscing more often, telling stories she never mentioned before, or withdrawing into quiet moments that feel unusual for her personality. These subtle changes carry meaning. Heaven is calling you to recognize the spiritual undercurrent behind them. Many chosen ones have recently been experiencing emotional waves that seem unexplainable. Heaviness in the chest, nostalgia that arrives suddenly, concern that feels out of place, or an inner prompting to reach out to their mother just to check in. These emotions are not random. They are signals transmitted through spiritual sensitivity. Heaven often uses emotional shifts to get your attention, especially when words or external signs are too subtle. You may have dismissed these feelings, telling yourself that you were overthinking, worrying too much, or imagining scenarios. But chosen ones rarely feel something without a purpose. Your intuition is activated because heaven wants you alert. Perhaps your mother has been feeling spiritually disconnected or distant. She may be questioning her path, her purpose, or her sense of belonging. Even mothers who appear strong on the outside may be wrestling internally with fears they never voice. She may worry about the future of the family, about your future, about mistakes from the past, or about the fragile balance of life as she senses time passing differently. Heaven sees her inner world even if she hides it behind routine, responsibilities, or a calm exterior. The warning you are receiving may be heaven's way of asking you to notice what she cannot bring herself to say. Sometimes a mother's energy shifts because she is carrying burdens she doesn't want to place on those she loves. She may be having health concerns she is too afraid to mention. She may be struggling with her emotions, but keeps smiling so no one becomes concerned. She may be overwhelmed by memories resurfacing, regrets she wishes to resolve, or choices she wishes she had made differently. Mothers often silence their pain because they believe it is their duty to stay strong. But heaven sees what she withholds, and heaven brings this awareness to you because you are spiritually capable of understanding her beyond her words. Chosen ones often sense when a loved one's spirit is unsettled. You may have caught glimpses of sadness in her expressions that she thought no one noticed. You may have seen her sit quietly with her thoughts, pretending it was nothing. You may have felt her energy become heavier even if she kept her routine unchanged. These small shifts are the very signs heaven wants you to interpret. They may be calling you to step closer, to speak more gently, to listen more deeply. Heaven is urging you not to overlook these signs, because what appears small now may hold greater significance in the near future. For those whose mothers are dealing with hidden emotional wounds, heaven may be asking you to become the safe space she has never had. Many mothers, especially those who lived through hardship, never learned how to express their feelings openly. They were taught to endure, to push through, to survive. And while this gave them strength, it also created inner walls that prevented them from seeking help. If heaven is warning you, It may be because those walls are beginning to crack, and your mother needs someone to simply understand her humanity, not the role she plays, but the person she is, with fears, hopes, and fragile places like anyone else. You may also be called to observe how your mother has been interacting with life. Has she lost interest in things she used to enjoy? Has she become easily tired? Has she been worrying more? Has she started talking about the past as though she is preparing for something? Heaven often highlights these changes because they hold emotional or spiritual weight. Sometimes a mother senses a shift in her own life before anyone else notices. She may feel her priorities changing. She may be thinking about closure. She may be reflecting on her life with a seriousness that signals a turning point. Heaven warns you so you can walk with her through this transition, instead of discovering too late that she carried it alone. For some chosen ones, the warning extends beyond your mother's inner state. It may involve circumstances around her life. Perhaps someone close to her does not have pure intentions. Perhaps she is being taken advantage of by someone she trusts. Perhaps she is too giving, too forgiving, too generous, and someone is using her kindness against her mother's, often overlook their own needs because they focus on everyone else's well-being. Heaven may be alerting you to protect her, to stand by her, to prevent negative energy from influencing her. You may be called to serve as her advocate during a time when she is vulnerable. Some chosen ones are being awakened to patterns in their mother's life that have repeated for years. Cycles of sacrifice, cycles of emotional silence, cycles of giving more than she receives. Heaven does not want these cycles to remain unnoticed, especially if they are affecting her spirit. The warning is not only about danger, it can also be about transformation. Your awareness may be the catalyst that finally helps your mother heal wounds she carried silently throughout her life. And chosen ones, healing is often the highest form of spiritual protection. If your mother has faced loneliness, whether openly or privately, Heaven may be urging you to be more present. Loneliness does not always show itself through solitude. Sometimes it hides in the busyness of daily life. A mother can be surrounded by people yet feel unseen. Heaven may be warning you that she has grown weary of pretending to be strong. She may need connection, warmth, laughter, companionship, or simply the comfort of your presence. Even if you speak to her regularly, the depth of those interactions may need to expand. Heaven wants you to see not just her needs, but her soul. For some chosen ones, the warning may involve memories that your mother has been avoiding. Past traumas, childhood pain, old heartbreaks, or unresolved fear can resurface as a person grows older. She may not understand why certain emotions feel stronger now. She may think she is losing a sense of control when in reality, her spirit is trying to heal through release. Heaven may be asking you to become patient, compassionate, and gentle during this process. You may be destined to help her release what she has carried for decades. Chosen ones also need to reflect on the emotional distance that may have developed unintentionally. Life becomes busy, routines become rigid, and time slips by quickly. You may not have noticed how days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years without meaningful conversations. Heaven may be warning you because the opportunity for connection needs to be seized now, not later. If there are unspoken words, unsolved misunderstandings, or lingering tension, this may be your moment to address them before time shifts again. Another part of this warning may be related to generational healing. Many of your struggles may trace back to wounds your mother experienced long before you were born. Heaven may be asking you to acknowledge the generational pain that moves silently through family lines. When a chosen one becomes aware, healing becomes possible. Understanding your mother's past can help you understand your own patterns. Compassion can replace judgment. Acceptance can replace frustration. Healing can replace repetition. For those whose mothers are beginning to show signs of aging that feel unfamiliar or unsettling, heaven may be gently preparing your spirit for changes. This does not mean loss. It means awareness. It means appreciating moments that once felt ordinary. It means recognizing that life moves in seasons, and each season carries its own form of beauty and urgency. Heaven wants you to cherish her presence while it is abundant, to give her warmth while she can feel it, to listen while she can speak, to embrace her while she can hold you. And so, chosen one, let this awareness soften your heart rather than burden it. Let it guide you toward deeper presence, deeper gratitude, and deeper connection. These moments you share with her now, these conversations, these gestures, these quiet exchanges, are not small. They are the threads that weave meaning into the passage of time. Heaven is not asking you to fear change, but to honor the tenderness of this season, to recognize the sacredness of the bond you still have, and to allow love to be the language that carries both of you forward.